Today's episode is with Lara, as she likes to be known. Plain and simple, Lara has built an empire in the fashion industry, coming from beginnings as a stylist to the stars and everybody in between. She has really taken her own way of doing things and applying it in her businesses to finding real settlement and health and awareness about what she's at today with her family and her businesses. So how many days has it been since that you did the breath work? Monday, Tuesday, and then you were at a concert. You were at 2 concerts.
Yeah, I didn't
So,
work now last night.
How was your voice?
So I basically went to Lewis Capaldi
Yeah.
it was my daughter's graduation school
Yeah.
on Monday.
Yeah.
In the church, roasting, a couple of hours there. Then we went down to the orchard, had a bit of lunch with the kids, and then my friend Vanessa rang me and she's like, "Do you want to go to Lewis Capaldi?" I was like, "Yeah." So I went with her and her daughter and partner, and then the next day, so I was in the gym. She's like, "What are you doing in the gym?" She's like, "Do you want to come to me?" She goes, "Oh, by the way," because I was like, I'm manifesting bringing my daughter to Katy Perry last night. And I believe in that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the tickets, I'm going to get them. I did Robbie Williams.
Love
But
it.
anyway, she's like, "You know the way you manifest it, right? If you bring me a coffee, she goes, come on up to
It
me
might
and
happen.
I'll give you 2 tickets for tonight from Malahide Castle."
Oh, unreal.
So I started crying. I was like, oh my God. I was so grateful on it.
That's very special.
Yeah.
You know.
And my little daughter's 13, so she's at home with me at the moment. The others are in Croatia and France and wherever, all over the place.
Yeah.
So I was delighted. So she's only gone 13, so she was there. I brought her little pal as well, and it was brilliant. But I parked in a car on a footpath in my car, and basically came out of the concert in Malahide in a residential estate on a big path, no double yellows. I thought it'd be grand.
Yeah.
The car is gone.
Oh.
It's in the pound, so I'll go and collect it from one.
I love that you're so just blasé. Yeah, my car's in the pound. I'll go and collect it in a little while.
I know, but that's because I did my breath work. Remember I told you I was
did your
doing
breath
breath work on Monday?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Phoenix breath work, and I went out down to Kilsheets. I
Gorgeous
didn't know what
down
to
there.
expect.
Yeah.
I hadn't a clue.
Yeah.
But we all lay on the floor, no one knew each other, and then your man's like, after a few minutes, now go and find someone, and you're walking, and I stop. It's like, you know, when you're a kid and they do the musical statues,
Yeah.
and stare into a stranger's eyes for 10 seconds, and then you start doing all this kind of hand stuff. I was like, I don't know about this now.
Okay.
And then at half time, I'm like,
half
is that
time.
working? Is that really working? Went to the loo, came back in, and everyone's on the floor,
Yeah.
and that's when the whole thing
Wow.
starts. And you have an eye thing on, and
Yeah.
earphones, but they're comfy because I've got the earrings. I thought they're going to be irritating me, but it was really comfy. And then this kind of tribal music starts playing, and he's going to breathe in, and he's telling loads of different breaths, and then all of a sudden you're kind of having visions. It's a bit like I did past life regression. It's a bit like that, but you're kind of seeing yourself as this thing, and then in the end, I was like a wolf warrior kind of thing, and then I started bawling and crying. But it really like released something from me. I don't even know what.
Well, they say that kind of captures where you're transitioning to next in life.
Yeah.
So do you think that that is a reflection of the direction you're going next?
100%.
Yeah.
I think since I turned 50 in February, I'm like, okay.
You look
So-
about 12.
Oh God, I wish.
You look amazing.
Oh God, it's
Yeah.
not about that.
But it's like next chapter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% next chapter.
Yeah.
So just like everything is fine, but I moved home 6 years ago just as COVID hit, and I'm not struggled over the last 6 years, but just to find my place again, because I was in the UK for 10 years.
So tell us about that like timeline from the Lara store here back in 2001.
25 years ago. This bank holiday began to
Congratulations.
Imagine.
And I know that particular store isn't around, but you are still around. And
Yeah.
You're still rocking it.
Oh yeah.
So it's a massive-
No getting rid of me.
Well, but that's like your legacy.
Yeah,
You know? And
yeah.
it's just evolved, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it has. It evolved in the way I wanted to evolve. So physically, like the big shop in Dane Lane with the chandeliers and the granite floors and all the celebs coming in and all, that was at a time where that suited me. That's when before I had kids, and when had it 1 or 2, and then I had the shop in London, and then I had the other shop in Terranera, and I remember my dad had something had to give, and it's it. And I mentally gave, and then I was the kids. I was doing that for years, and now I've come back and I have both.
You opened the store in Dublin.
Because-
That was your first one.
Yeah, so I basically worked. So I was in school, hated school, loved art, loved drawing, loved painting, loved all that. I was going down that road.
Creative.
Yeah, so I was kind of bunking off school to go and work in Issue in the Island Centre, and then
cool.
it turned into, it was Mirror, then Issue, then it was Oasis,
Yes.
and then I got a job at FX Kelly, this really cool men's shop on Grafton Street. And they were like the best days of my life. The friends I made there, the man that owned it I only met recently, and friends with his daughter, and it was just amazing. But I got to meet the most amazing people came through the door there, because he was the first guy to do all that. He grew up in that building. He was his grandpa, it was Grafton Street, like 48 Grafton Street, and he did all the men's suits. So there was 3 floors of basements which I worked in, doing all Armani, so we'd all footballers. It was just a cool shop. This is before BT2 or anything.
And unusual, it would have been the standout store at the time. Yeah.
So myself and Tracy used to work in the basement there, and we'd go off to London with Martin Kelly buying. We were like, oh my God, we were kidding. There was a few years between me and Tracy, but she was like my mentor. They were both my mentors, and I was like, this is so cool. So he would Hugo Boss, Versace, Armani, all the men's labels. Again, before BT2 was even there. So you'd be going over to London buying for these people you knew. So like these guys would come in, right, I go, right, your man will buy that. Your man, we have that. So you were buying for them. So
and how did you, would you have kept your eye on the paper, because there was no social media to look and go, Ronaldo would wear this, that's his style.
No, you just know. They just come in. You just got to know what they wear.
Right.
It's just
instinct.
Yeah. So you were buying for these people, you just knew, and then they come into the next month or season. It was seasonal back then. So if you were buying in February for the Christmas or the next year, so you go, right, that's the Christmas wardrobe, that's the summer wardrobe. That's what men did. They just come in 2 or 3 swoops a year, that's it. So I was like, then I never went to college to stylist. That was just, you just dress people. And then I remember dressing Boyzone for their first video and all that. And that was it. Just naturally happened, and stylists would come in, and they'd be the stylist, but you'd be kind of picking the stuff for them. And I was kind of going, well, hang on, I can do this. I was only like 19 or 20. And then after my mother passed away, I basically was like, well, I want to go and do this. So I took a year, and my father had actually a record shop down Dame Lane, Trinity Records, and I kind of went to him and says, can I kick you out, and can I come in and open a clothes shop? And he was like, yeah. But anyway, it happened. And that was 25 years ago.
Oh my God, you were a force, an absolute force.
Well, I had really, again, I was probably one of the first boutiques back then.
Yes.
There was a couple Pia Bang and Pamela Scott, but doing the female version of what FS Kelly was doing. So then I had the same kind of clothes-ish, and then I went into the Debs and the Bulls, and then I got in to the Victoria Beckham jeans, the Rock Republics, and then I was the only person kind of with them, and I was literally going over to the trade shows in America going, like, to your man, Mr. De Kaiser, that owned the whole franchise, right, there's a few quid. I want to be the only one in Ireland doing them. So then I had the market for the whole Ireland in it.
You had nobody to, or did you, behind the scenes to watch where you learned your business craft? Because styling is one thing, but business craft and being...
but I didn't think of myself as a business. Like, I was just doing my thing. Now, I would say, if I rewind back, that's the one thing that I'm annoyed that didn't happen, that I didn't go to college to learn about your the way your bookkeeping and all that sort of stuff. Like, that naturally happens.
It does. I went to college for 4 years to learn exactly that, and let me tell you, the connections I made was more valuable to me than what I was reading in the book.
Also, who you're getting to do it. Keeping your eye on the ball yourself. Because when you have 22 staff and you've kids and different, and you've 3 shops in 2 different countries, that's when you start to kind of. So that's when it just got a lot, and I was like, you know what? I just have to step it down a notch, and basically then I just pulled back, and I then opened the shop in Dame Lane, went to Turner shop, and then I was in England. So I was in England for years. I didn't even come back here for 5 years. I haven't been back here in years. No, but then I kind of moved to England, and I set up a little thing there, and then I just was like, online was where it was going, because it was just too hard to keep. And then what's happening is you're keeping everyone else happy, your staff happy, and you're suffering. But now I have the car business with Connor, and it's his obviously, but we work together, and he's involved in the Lara's fashion as well, and so I have 2 businesses essentially, but I'm actually able to come and sit and talk to you today. I don't have to stand in a shop. I was only closed 2 days of the year. Do you know what I mean? And the 3 shops, you're constantly. And then when I get into the styling, especially the UK, and I was doing all the Towie stuff and the Strictly Come Dancing, then I was pulled into the styling, and then the girls, and rightly so, in Dame Lane were kind of going, well, you're gone into that zone now. So I couldn't be everywhere at the one time. I couldn't.
No. So I love the way you breeze over. I was styling for Towie and this, that, and the other. Like, that's a big deal. That's when you know you've been seen and that you're so valuable to others.
Yeah, but I wasn't like that. Kind of to my detriment, I suppose. And the girl that used to do the PR, Valerie Rowe, and another lady in England, and they were both like, oh, we'll get you in the paper. You just need to send me a high-res image of this and that, and I'd be like, I don't know what's the high-res image today on the computer.
Right.
So I didn't want to be out there. I just wanted it to be private. It's not, I know it's a contradiction, but I just wanted to keep it quiet. That's why they all used to come to me then off the airplane, because I wouldn't be telling the journalists or selling stories or getting pictures with them, or some of the girls in the shop would, but I was like, no, I'd be like, pull down the shutters, bring them in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's like, it's same where I am now in the showroom. It's like it's private. People come in. It doesn't matter if they're celeb or if they're. It doesn't matter. There's still a person that just wants to come in and be like, without this big.
Make them feel good.
And like, it is true. People do use it when you're at the top of your game for images and for stuff and clout and stuff like that. And then they're kind of gone. But I was like, now I know who the people are that are still coming back to me now and getting in touch with me 25 years later, when I looked after them years ago, and it's just, and that I'm so comfortable with that.
And you're happy to keep your close circle and everything else a push away. Yeah. So you've made a massive leaps.
It's like I've gone like this. Because I know who are they, what are they looking at? What are they wanting out of me? What are they, you know what I mean? Is this real? Is this thing? And now it's like, when I came back here that way, and now it built up, and now I'm building up in my way, not with people. Because there's a lot of vultures coming at you. Yeah. And you don't know who, like, you're doing shoots or you're doing this or there's things organised. I'm like, who organised that? Why is that? Because you know someone's getting the money shot on this, that and the other. And I was just going, you know what I mean? It was happening a lot when I was with Katie Price and with other people like that. And you're just going, they're just using it. She's taught me a lot about that. She's just using it to get their publicity. Yeah. You know what I mean? Journalists and people like that. Yeah.
And that's the savagery about, you know, being involved in the media side of whatever you do. It doesn't need to be in fashion, it can be makeup, it can be 100%. Fitness, it doesn't matter.
And that's why, do you know what I love now? I love people can sit and talk about it, and you see a lot of people talking about that, and interviews with people that have, like Callum Best, for example, like we would have, I don't even we would have hung out, there was pressure, there was hats everywhere, it was horrible, it was horrible.
I don't know how people
live with that,
day in, day
out.
No,
I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Well, you've obviously, you know, it's built up a lot of resilience in your personality in general. Yeah. And like I said, you are a force. So if you were to talk to your younger self, what bit of advice now, where you're at now, would you give her back then?
I don't know. I don't think I'd change anything, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm kind of just natural. I wouldn't have the patience if I've gone to college or sit and listen to lectures and all. I just wanted to be out, busy, going, working, buying my clothes on a Friday, getting into work. I had great fun growing up in Dublin, working, and then we knew all people in town and the doormen and the clubs you go into, and you were looked after. I feel really sorry for the younger people coming in through Dublin now. There's no places like we used to go left, and we had an amazing time. And you look back on it and go, my partner goes, well, that's gone. Not that it's gone as in it's gone, as in you can't relive that.
It's moved on.
Yes, it has moved on. I actually went into the shop the other day, last Sunday. I went into Dame Lane, and Karen, my friend, opened Hive, which is lovely that she's in there. She used to work in Cowboys and Angels, and now she's in my old shop. And that's I was amazing. Like, so it's probably the second or third time, and I just like got this kind of, not closure, I don't know, it's 10 years probably since the actual store is gone, but I'm still here, as you said. But it was just reminiscing and sitting outside the Dame Tavern, and Pat was like my dad in the laneway there, and all the people, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, that was such an epic time. But I'm sitting here with my partner and my little one having a drink on a Sunday. I couldn't have done that if we're still at the shop now. I just couldn't have.
Yeah, and like there's so many messages in that book now that you are, you know, you've learned a lot of lessons, you've enjoyed yourself, but you're also at a place now where, like you said, you can go to a concert last minute if you want. You can sit here chatting with me. What about all of that are you enjoying most? Because you're working for yourself, you've got 2 amazing businesses, you've got a family to run at the same time.
Yeah, and a house and a
But from what I can see, you're managing it all very well, and you can have the success.
Yeah, that's because I'll tell you what. When I had Dylan, who's 18, my eldest, this woman came, like this midwife person, to the house, and I couldn't press me properly. I was having a big panic attack, and she said, "Relax, take the bottle off the water, drink the water, drink loads of water, and get it right yourself. Because if you're not right, nothing else is right. Everything else falls apart." And that resonated with me, and that's true. Yeah. So that's why I'm back in the gym in the morning. I mightn't train every day, but I get up instead of sitting on my phone at 5:30 there for an hour before I get the kids up. I'm up. I'm in the gym, I'm plunge pooling for 3 minutes, I'm sauna, I'm streaming. Now I might be doing that this time next month, but currently I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And then I can be in work for 10. If the kids need me home, I go home. If they don't, so I'm controlling the narrative now.
Yes.
I was being controlled,
Yes.
but it grew. It was like, I didn't intend to do that 25 years ago when I was standing there in my little shopping down lane, but it grew.
Yeah.
And I created a monster, a lovely monster, a big furry pink monster, not a horrible monster. But then you're out of control because you've 23 or 4 staff and you've 3 shops and I don't know how I did it, to be perfectly honest with you now, but I did. And now I'm back. I could still do exactly what I wanted to do, which is styling, buying, selling and styling.
And the styling seems to be just at the heart, the centre. Like you seem to come back to that every single time you changed.
Yeah. Now I wouldn't be like, the style of me wouldn't be the style of everyone.
Yeah.
But I don't do the style of everyone. I don't go and go, oh right, that's in season, next season you have to buy that. I go, no, I don't want to buy that. So my other friend Ronan says, observe the masses and do the opposite. That's what I do.
That's a great message.
Yeah, I want to get that tattooed on me there. It's
wow.
really cool. Observe the masses
when you get it done.
and do the opposite. So if you're going to a show and they go, oh that's hot for next season, buy that, and I go no, because everyone, I'm not. I don't want to go, hi, you have this and you need to copy this arm. No, and if anyone isn't enhancing your life in a positive manner, that way.
Love it.
So that's what I've learned.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm trying to instill into my kids as well. Because I was quite manic years ago. I was all over the place. So I just want to be a mother now and a businesswoman and a partner and a daughter and a sister and everything to give myself to everyone in a comfortable way. And that's what I feel like I'm just
centered
doing. Yes, grounded, definitely not
grounded, centered. You don't have to be grounded. You know, you can fly off to Thailand in 2 days and only book it yesterday. That's okay.
And go to 3 concerts.
She didn't do it. I promise you.
Need to go to 3 concerts in 1 week.
1 week.
Thanks to Vanessa, my friend.
Yeah.
But no, look, I wouldn't have been able to do that a year or 2 ago. I wouldn't have been able to get out of bed. I was like, I'm not saying I was depressed. I wasn't depressed. I didn't have the energy because I didn't have the buzz because I wasn't driven. Does that make sense?
But you were driven in many other ways.
I was being taken. I didn't have the power, the control back. You know what I mean? Like I am the remote control now. It was like someone was pushing the remote control on me and I was going RT1, BBC, I was like different, whatever you wanted me to be, trying to go around to do everything, but you can't.
So what's going to be next for you? Like, do you think there's still things out there that you're really driven to go and get? So you still have the drive, but you're controlling the remote control yourself. Yeah.
So the styling I just want to have more appointments. So I'll have on the website, which is coming, that we'll have like an online. Again, I hate the whole online thing. I do sell online. Yeah. But I'm selling to people like you come in to me and you go, Lara, I need this. I've got 500 quid. I need 6 items for work, or I've got whatever. And you go, I need a black blazer, a black thing, but I want my blazer to go out on a Saturday night, and I want a cami funders, but I also want to wear it to work or to a meeting. And I'll just go, blah, 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 there you go. Okay. I don't want, which is happening a little bit, people buying 2 or 3 things and they're sitting there, I would do it next weekend, sure I'll buy 3 dresses and I'll wear 1 and I'll send you the 2 back. I'm like, no, don't buy off my website if that's what you're going to do, because that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it for styling and for the personal touch. Yes. Yeah. So as much as I am online, and the Freddies are a big thing online, the Freddie jeans. But, so like people know their size in Freddies, they're not going to send them back, they're not going to. So it's the one-on-one, it's the talking, it's this whole online thing. You don't know, you just. It's a means to an end if you need it. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Like I said, do you still have the drive? I still have one thing left to do. Yeah. And that would be my own. I'm not saying it's a. But there's something coming. Yeah. It's nothing major. It's just a thing I've wanted to do for a long time. Yeah. And it's to do with the shop. Okay. And it's just designing my own little range of something that. Amazing. I just know that will be. Yeah. Well, through your experience and through your knowledge of having dealt with the Joe on the street and the celebs and everybody in between, like you can bring your little bit of sparkle to whatever it is you touch your hand onto. And like I would be anyone, like little Paddy, the little junkie outside down there, protecting my shop from the people coming in. I'd be the same as going to the House of Parliament with Katie Price to get Harvey's Law. There'd be no judgment on anything like that, and I can't stand that kind of carry on. There's a lot of snobbery as well in when you get to this whatever, like, so we'd be I'm just a normal person, and I just want to dress normal people. Normal person with extraordinary skills and extraordinary experience. Just down to earth.
Down to earth, yeah. Straight talking.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Well, thank you so much for all of the lovely insights and speaking about your experiences. I know you'll only go from strength to strength again with what you're doing next. And very best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.